What up, tube? What are we doing today? Not working on the 53, but I'm going to show you. We got some parts in, and well, I'm just going to show you what it is and explain to you what we're doing with it. It's in here. Yeah, that door still opens. It's kind of cool. Check it out. Can you see it? You will in a second. We got some parts from Wilwood. They're not brakes. Yes, I know this is kind of a storage area. Most of this stuff is for the 53. Let's get that on the table. First things first. This is Wilwood's brand new Pro Spindle. It's a Mustang II derived spindle that uses a sealed bolt-on bearing as opposed to a conical or tapered bearing. So, you guessed it, we're doing Mustang II on the front of the 53. Let's unpack everything that's included. You have your spindle. It's a forged aluminum spindle, not very heavy, but very, very strong. You got your bearing in here. Oh, of course I drop it. So it's well packed. This is an ABS sensor. More on that in a minute. Well, that's the plug for the ABS. Here's the harness for an ABS. Like I said, more on that in a minute. Maybe I can get this out of here properly. Let's skip. Alright, that fought me a little getting out of the box. This is the hub. Real nice, spins well, solid construction, bolts right onto the spindle. Here's your plug for your ABS, and again, more on that in a minute. Just setting it all on the table, and then we'll all go look at it. This is all your hardware. And forged aluminum steering arm. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is everything you get in the kit per corner. So they're sold individually. You get one spindle per part number. Comes with the assembly instructions. As always, Wilwood is pretty darn detailed on the assembly instructions and how everything needs to go together, step by step. Exploded diagram, and next to each bolt, it'll show your torque figures. Now, we're going to loosely put this together today. I'm not going to torque anything down because we're not using it yet. This is being paired up on our 53 with onto a front end from No Limit Engineering. Now, No Limit Engineering no longer makes the Road Glide Mustang II front end for the cars. This has been sitting on the back burner for us since we bought the car. Thank you to Scott at Scott's Rod's Garage. He's been holding it onto it for us. And now that we're ready to get that phase put together, that's why we ordered these out. These just came out, new on their website, and I think it's a really, really cool piece because it goes away from having to set bearings, etc. Quick information, I misspoke. This is actually a steel arm. The spindle is forged aluminum. The hardware is all included, excuse me. And ABS. You don't have to run the ABS sensor. It gives you the option to run ABS. And it's built into the hub, so you can run it with an aftermarket ABS. Is Wilwood hinting at something? Maybe. But there are ABS systems out there, and this allows you to integrate it into the hub you're purchasing through Wilwood. Anyways, this again, it bolts up and lines up to all the geometry of a Mustang II front end, including the ball joints, etc. Let's start assembling this. It's really not that difficult. It's pretty straightforward. You got 4 bolts that bolted onto the hub, and you have to thread your own studs in. These are the studs. Okay, they are 1/2 inch 20, 2 inch long. Wilwood does offer longer studs if you need them. They torque down to Let's check, because we have instructions, and why would we not read them? 77 foot-pounds with a little bit of red Loctite. It has 2 bolt patterns, 5 on 4.5 for most Ford wheels, or you metric guys 5 on 114, or 5 on 4 3/4 for most Chevy applications. So choose your pattern, just double check it. I'm not going to thread these in today because, again, there's no need to. It's going to be a little while till we put it all together. Quick tip. I just cut around the little clamshell here and do that. Of course, I would have to cut better than I just showed, but you get the idea. Kind of keeps everything where you need it to be. All right, let's put things together. You got your hub. You look at the assembly instructions, this exploded diagram. It tells you everything you need to know. And it's numbered to all the different hardware, and you got pictures for all those like me that like pictures. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You have a 4-bolt flange on the back of this hub. The hub is steel onto the aluminum spindle that matches these 4 holes. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to flip this upside down, okay, and we're going to line up the 4 holes that way. I mean, you really can't get it wrong. Obviously, it's a square pattern. Now, this matters the way you want to run. If you're running ABS, I suggest personally making this match up that way, so it's straight up. It doesn't really matter. This is the top side of the spindle, the side that says Wilwood on it. This will go to your upper ball joint. Let me move that a little this way. So yeah, that'll go to your upper ball joint, okay? But you can line it up however you feel you need best. It's a square pattern. All right, got the assembly instructions next to me. Flipped upside down. There's a washer in each one, as you can see. Just have it set in there. Now, there's 2 different lengths of bolts here, and I will show you. You got 2-inch and 2.5-inch. Well, why? Well, see how this is slotted? You need to be able to go deeper on that one, and on this one, it's also slotted into the arm. Nice, nice. That drops in there. That drops in there. I'm going to get them started real quick. I'm using an extension simply because I'm going to need it when I get to the slotted ones. You know, this one and that one. So might as well just leave it on. Whoop. Now these go to 55 foot-pounds according to the instructions. And using red Loctite, thread locker. Again, we're not doing that permanently today. Wrong way. That gets it in. I'm just showing you guys how to put this together. And then we'll just disassemble it. Careful. Hub spin. Yeah, maybe I should hold it next time, right? But that's basically what it looks like. Again, this is your top side, so your upper ball joint and your lower ball joint, and the upper ball joint will be on the Wilwood logo. All right, so the steering arm, you get 3 bolts. They're all the same thread pitch. They all use a 5/8 socket. Longer, shorter. There's a little spacer here. You're going to thread this in like so. And that allows you to clear the head of that bolt. And then this guy goes in there. Again, I'm not going to tighten this all the way down. You get the idea. It torques down to 50 foot-pounds. Again, using Loctite. This is the third bolt in that bolt kit. You're going to put the washers in on each one of them. Just pretend I put them there. And this is used in the future for part of the brake kit that will go along with it. So, that's pretty much it. Very simple. Now, our Road Glide front end from No Limit, and again, unfortunately, they discontinued it. Luckily, we purchased it in time, is going to... Well, we purchased it like 4 years ago. Is going to have the upper and lower control arms with the proper ball joints for a Mustang II. We have our steering arm. This is a 2-inch drop spindle. Yes, 2-inch drop spindle. It actually has the same dimensions as their conical bearing or tapered bearing style Pro Spindle that's been around for years. It's kind of been, you know, the go-to for Art Morrison and many other chassis builders. But we're really excited because now we don't have to set bearings. This is going to travel really nice. If you need a replacement bearing, this isn't something you can go get at the parts store. It will be proprietary to Wilwood, but you can just order the bearing hub pack as one. Not a problem. Wilwood's really great about just being able to get all the individual stuff you need when you need to get it. So what else is going on with this to pair up? On the rear, we're taking the, see where Charlie's at right there? If you don't know who Charlie is, that's Charlie. Way over there, that's Charlie. My mom made that dude so long ago, but he guards the 53 for us at night. That rear end obviously is going to be changed, and the leaf springs are getting pulled down, and we're going with a swing arm suspension in the back, also from No Limit. Again, something they don't make for the cars anymore. If you're looking for the top truck stuff and you don't know who No Limit Engineering is, go check them out, because truck chassis wise, that's what they turn their business into specializing in, and Rob's great. And the engineering with Rob and his team is awesome. But we have a swing arm suspension that we've been holding on to since we got it, and it'll be 4-wheel coilover. So I'll put a couple pictures up there if you didn't already see them. That's basically the update on the 53. Now, this is a really cool piece. There's a bunch of options for kits, all the way from small to large. And, well, I guess you're just going to have to wait and see once we get to that stage as to what we're going to use. If you need this hub, just contact Wilwood. Go to Wilwood.com, look it up under their Pro Spindles. I'll leave a link in the description. But it's a really awesome piece. I think it's something the market needed. And Mustang II is very common in the hot rod market to convert to rack and pinion steering, and we're really excited to have this early, even though you won't see it on the road for realistically a couple years. But the process of getting the suspension and everything done on the 53 is happening. We have to do a lot of disassembly. Wifey's almost done with her orientation on her new position, and then we can start cranking away at getting this ready. And we'll get more videos of that when we prepare to send this to Scott Rod's garage. He's helping us out with all the welding and minor fabrication, floorboards, etc. Because I can't weld, and I'm no good at it, and I've tried many times. Know your strengths. Hey, we're lucky to have the help. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Rod, for No Limit. Thank you, Wilwood. Yes, I know. Everyone's like, oh, you probably got that for free. I didn't. I paid for this. Why? Because you don't ask for free parts from the people who take care of you. You just simply ask how much. Hey, have a great week. God bless.